Hey Internet, it's me. Tonight's movie was Get Out. Now, as I'm sure most of you are familiar, this was Jordan Peele's first horror movie, and honestly, as a first foray into a genre, especially coming off of, sketch comedy from like YouTube and the whatnot, um, man, did he knock it the hell out of the park. This was excellent. Everything in this movie is just very, very good. Now, just like last night's movie, it was definitely driving home the point that, old rich white people are the devil, and it's kind of hard for me to disagree. But I like the smaller details too, like all the, just the microaggressions that keep happening. And even Rose, the girlfriend there, even calls it out toward the beginning, where she's like, "Oh, my father keeps saying, 'my man.'" And, just all the various little things that people are doing. Because it's not always outright. I know saying all this as a white, cis, straight man, really sounds disingenuous. But, that isn't, the experience isn't always someone getting in your face and saying the N-word. Sometimes it is just the little microaggressions and the assumptions and, the baked-in stereotypes. And it's portrayed well in the movie. Right off the bat, you kind of side with Daniel, the lead, because, is Daniel his name in the movie? I don't think it is. I think that's the name of the actor. I think I've already forgotten the name of the character. But the lead there, you side with him right away because you can tell immediately, at least if you're familiar with black people, the stuff he's dealing with and how, oh, that's not right, probably a problem there. So I like that. It's done well. And throughout the whole movie, it's pretty clear that there's a threat, but you don't know what it is right away. And then when you finally do get it, when you finally realize what's happening, it's crazy, but also kind of grounded. I'm sure a lot of it is a metaphor. It's not that people are actually going to kidnap you, brainwash you, and put their brain in your body to take control of you. But there's metaphors there about how, someone could maybe condition you to start acting like them or become part of their family, be one of them, be less of what you are or who you are, kind of bury your own identity to take on what they want you to be. It's kind of an obvious metaphor, but it's a good one. It doesn't feel heavy-handed. I feel like the message comes across without the movie beating you over the head with it. And even if you take all the metaphor out, even if you ignore the racism angle, even if you take all the social commentary away, it's just a solid movie. It's just fun watching this guy try to escape this family that wants to hold him hostage and, transplant someone else's consciousness into his body against his will and trap him as a passenger. It's a very good setting for a horror movie. It's got the thrill and the suspense and the threat, and it's fun to watch. And I like, too, all the actors here are just really doing an incredible job. The casting on this was A+. And obviously the directing to get everyone to, portray what they need to in every scene. But just the one that I think that stuck out to me the most was the lady who plays the maid. The part where she's laughing and crying at the same time, and it's just watching her do that is so unnerving. It's spooky. She's acting. It's for camera. You can psych yourself up, you can get that mindset, you can make yourself cry, and then you can laugh while you're doing it. That it's fake, it's for the camera, but still, part of your brain just sees her in that performance, and, you feel uneasy, because it's not normal, and that's just a sign that she's doing an incredible job. Likewise, the main actor there, when he's hypnotized for the first time, and he gets, sent down into the... I just watched the movie. How did I forget the name of this, too? The down below place where she sends him. And, when it cuts back to her in the room and you see his body, he's not really in control anymore. but the body's still there, obviously. And he's just sitting motionless. His eyes are maybe twitching a little, and just tears are streaming down his face. That's incredible, because he had to make himself cry. It's not like they're pumping, water in there. I mean, if it is, they have some really fine prosthetics to hide, like, the tubes that are pumping the fluid in. He might actually just be forcing himself to cry, and if that's the case, he is a hell of an actor. That is just exemplary. And honestly, that's kind of how I feel about the whole movie. Like, everyone is just doing so well in playing their roles and, just becoming these characters. It's very believable, it's very well acted, and it's just an absolute pleasure to watch. And, like I said originally, I know I said you can ignore all the social stuff, but you shouldn't, because it's obviously a big part of the movie. It's a part of all of Jordan Peele's movies, is the social commentary on, the experience of a black person. And again, I know I'm not one. I know my opinion on this subject does not mean anything. So take all of this with an entire fucking 10-pound bag of salt. Like, I know. I am aware. I'm just trying to review a movie. But, the social commentary, is important, and he's making good statements. So on top of this being a good movie, a great movie even, it also has a very important message, which I feel like makes it an even better movie. Yeah, I don't know. This feels like a short review. It feels like I have a lot to say, but I also feel like I just kind of speed-runned my way through saying it all. But, yeah, I don't know. I love the movie. I really do. I know not all of his movies have gotten the warmest of receptions. Us was kind of divisive as to whether people, really appreciated it or not. Nope, I loved, but I know some people didn't. And then I've been hearing a lot of bad things about this new one, which is unfortunate because, when I first saw the trailers, I was excited. I'm like, oh, it's another sports movie, and I don't care about those. And I saw, oh, one of the Wayans is in it. That's kind of exciting. I always love seeing them. They're always fun. And then I realized it was horror, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool twist. I love when you get the genre-bending stuff like that. So, going from, the sports movie, but then turning it into, a horror film, that could be really fun. And then, of course, I saw Jordan Peele's name in the end of the trailer. I'm like, okay, I am on board. And then, the movie came out, and I saw more about it, and I saw more reviews. I'm like, wow, everyone hates this movie. It's not... It's getting trashed in reviews. And that's sad, because I've liked a lot of his movies, and I don't want this one to be horrible. I will eventually see it anyway. I love horror films. It just might be one I skip in the theaters. But that being said, Get Out is still an amazing movie. So my point here is go watch Get Out. It's incredible. If you haven't seen it, I don't even know what you're doing. You should have seen it years ago. But yeah, definitely go watch it. It is very, very good. The acting, the story, the pacing is on point. It's never boring or slow. Things get started pretty quick, and they just keep going. The movie just really... It has a story to tell, and it's telling it. It's not waiting for you to catch up. And I love that. It's great. The story is written well, the pacing, the acting, the everything. I love it. Watch the movie. It's very good. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you tomorrow.